What's up, guys? We got one here from Cosmic Verse. Why aren't men getting married anymore and men giving up on marriage? Before we get into it, if you can hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, that'll greatly help out the channel. But let's get started.
Single in West Hollywood is like going to the grocery store and seeing this really hot guy, and you're like, oh my god, this might be it. This actually might be it. And then this other really hot guy comes up behind him and is like, babe, have you gotten the eggs yet? Like, why I think any man within a 5-mile radius of this place would want anything to do with a little blonde girl, I have absolutely no idea.
80% of divorces are filed by women.
So this chick's in the grocery store, spots some dude and thinks this might be it. I guess the cereal aisle is now the new Tinder. And then this shocker, the guy is taken by another dude. Welcome to West Hollywood, where all the good ones are either gay or allergic to commitment. I mean, seriously, she's surprised. And here's the kicker, she's confused why any man would want her, a blonde girl. Look, it's not your hair, it's the delusion that every man walking around is just waiting to scoop you up like a limited edition pumpkin spice latte. Not every guy is falling over himself for a blonde with entitlement issues. West Hollywood's got bigger problems like keeping the avocado toast stocked.
And why is that? So the comment that I got was, why do so many women leave their husbands simply because they are unhappy or bored? Why is it that men have the endurance of till death do us part, and yet many women have the endurance limited to their emotions like boredom and unhappiness? And I think this is a great question. And I see videos pop up all the time in this space about women leaving simply because they're unhappy. And why is that? And what's the solution to that? So what I had to see for myself as a woman, why we have such a limited endurance in marriage and we are so quick to leave and so quick to run, is because we have no concept when we get married that we are actually making a commitment to another person.
So why do women leave their husbands? Because they're bored? It's because they married the idea of a husband, not the reality. Men take those vows seriously, till death do us part. But women, well, they're like, nah, I'll just stay until I feel a little meh. And 80% of divorces are filed by women. I mean, look it up. Boredom, lack of excitement, because God forbid you would want to work through a problem instead of running at the first sign of an inconvenience. And these modern laws, don't even get me started. They make it easier for women to pack their bags with half the guy's paycheck, and they call it empowerment. I mean, nothing screams commitment like a quick grab and go at the divorce drive-thru.
The dating culture today is a crash course in divorce. We've embedded in people's minds and souls how easy it is to walk away from something and someone. Like, I need people to take a moment to understand what the dating culture today has done. It has made it so easy for you to drop an entire soul that you once claimed to love, to cherish, and promised to stay with no matter what. Now, in some cases, if there was an extreme reason, or there is a clear reason that no, separate, absolutely, I understand. But this ability to just drop a soul like it means nothing, do people genuinely understand just how evil that is?
The dating scene today is a training for divorce. I mean, really let that sink in. She's not wrong. Swipe left, swipe right, and if it gets tough, swipe out. The ease with which people drop each other is breathtaking. It's like, I love you until, oops, gotta go. Commitment? What's that? People act like relationships are as disposable as an Amazon Prime boxes that they get every day. And the saddest part is they think this is normal. Stop and look. Do you see what's happening? Is the culture is creating a generation of emotionally bankrupt people who can't even commit to their Wi-Fi plan, let alone a partner. But yeah, let's keep pretending like all is fine.
Files 70% of all divorces in the U.S. Men or women?
Women.
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 Why do you say women?
Because we hate men.
Because the women are trying to take their money.
Maybe the men cheat more.
It's always over money.
No offense to men.
Men, they don't have like the guts to file for a divorce.
Why women?
They're never happy.
Surprise, women file 70% of the divorces. Why? Because they're unhappy, or because men cheat more? No, that's because of money. So which is it, ladies? Just admit it. Many women are never happy. Men don't file for divorces as often because they're too busy working to keep the ungrateful women happy. Meanwhile, women are playing courtroom to grab the cash like it's some kind of game show. Yeah, you hate men. Funny how you love alimony, though.
If 50% of marriages end in divorce, do you still think marriage is important? There's a saying that that remarriage is proof that people are more optimistic than intelligent. It shows that we really are optimistic at heart, that we want to make connections, that we believe those connections, those heart connections are possible, that we were built for relationships. So the fact that 50% of marriages fail doesn't mean that marriage is unimportant. What it means is we need to focus a bit more on how important it is on the way in.
I don't
So yeah, she's saying 50% of marriages fail, and guys are saying remarriage is proof of people are optimistic. Sure, it's like optimism of buying a house built on quicksand. Marriage today is a financial Russian roulette with a legal system that's rigged against men. Sure, let's focus more on how important it is. That'll work out, right? It won't. Not until the legal system stops rewarding people for quitting. Marriage is important if you're prepared to lose half of everything you own in the process.
I think marriage has to be that hard. I think that we make it hard. Husbands don't need a whole lot. Love making, some respect and appreciation. Wives need some emotional intimacy and some romance. We get married so that we can enjoy that person we fell madly in love with for our whole life and eternity. So, what if it's just as simple as don't be selfish, flirt with each other, date each other, have fun together, put your spouse before technology. Do little simple things that you did to show your spouse that you love them, like you did when you were dating. And when conflict arises, listen to each other. Be kind and respectful. These are all things that you did when you dated, right? So what do you think makes marriage so complicated? Let's hear it.
She's not wrong. Marriage isn't hard, just don't be selfish. Sure, it's that easy, just like solving world hunger. The reality is relationships do take work and effort, embrace yourself, sacrifice. But today's couples are about as committed as a New Year's resolution. Put your spouse before technology, that's rich. Meanwhile, Instagram's got more attention than their partner ever will. And respect and appreciation, sure, it'd be nice, but maybe that should be the app people download instead of Tinder.
70% of divorces are filed by women. Just over 70. And one of the number one reasons they give is financial hardship.
Because that's hard. That's
really hard.
A ton of stress.
Because women want security, and that's one of the number one needs of women, especially stay-at-home moms. Stability and security.
Safety. Yeah.
Safety.
And don't get me wrong, that is my number one too. But
yeah. But it also takes a different, confident person who has vision and love for the other person to empower them and say, hey, if we fall on hard times, I got your back.
Financial hardships is apparently one of the top reasons women leave marriages. No kidding. As soon as things get tight, they bail waving that stability and security flag like they're at a parade. Men, on the other hand, are expected to just keep grinding no matter what. You lose your job, too bad, buddy, better hustle because the bills aren't going to pay themselves. This is where true commitment shows up. Or doesn't.
Is it okay for women to always say that they sacrifice their career for their family, even though men do the exact same thing? Let me explain. So many men will work 12 to 14 hours a day. They'll miss holidays. They'll miss birthdays. They'll come home, only eat dinner, go straight to bed, and do it all over again. Men sacrifice a lot of job opportunities to keep the wife happy and keep the financial situation afloat. And the crazy part about it is the amount of women that don't appreciate a man's sacrifice or don't give a shit about what the men sacrifice, including the milestones of their own children. It's like men aren't allowed to have feelings about their own children. So many men sacrifice their mental health. They'll come home and not say a goddamn word because they know that they're going to get bitched at or they're not going to be taken care of in the way that they deserve. Men sacrifice also the best years of their lives to provide for their families, and while doing so, they get ridiculed for not doing it good enough or doing it for too long. And when you say to a woman, okay, well, let him stay at home with the kids, or let him work a part-time job, or let him get the job that pays less, 9 times out of 10, the women are like, absolutely not. And I'll just never understand how you think that you can have a successful relationship or a successful marriage and not understand the sacrifices of your husband that he's doing for you to provide for you while you get to stay home with the children, which is the greatest gift that you can possibly ever have, is to watch your children grow up and be an active role in their upbringing. But some of you have been so brainwashed into thinking your stupid 9 to 5 is better than raising children that you've actually ruined the entire family dynamic for basically a paycheck. Okay, bye.
Men are working 14 hours a day, missing birthdays, sacrificing opportunities for their family, and it's called being a man. But does anyone care? No. Women are too busy talking about how they sacrifice for their family while ignoring the man who literally is killing himself to provide. And the craziest part is women don't want to hear it. Men are expected to suck it up and keep going. But God forbid if a man mentioned his sacrifices, he'll be labeled as ungrateful or anything else in the book.
Against divorce, are the courts biased against men going through the divorce process? Of course, every situation is different, and there are so many factors unique to every case, ranging from where the case is located, who the people are involved. And when you say courts, I mean the courts are the judges and the laws. And speaking to the judges, of course, judges are human beings and they all have their own personal, subjective opinions, experiences, beliefs, etc. But as a general rule of thumb, the courts are designed to give both sides an equal experience and process through the courts. Utah recently amended the code to even contemplate 50-50 custody arrangement and other options that mean both parents are meaningfully sharing the kids. And as far as the division of the marital assets and alimony, it's a court of equity, and all of the laws that govern that, and the courts attempt to apply them in a way that puts both parties on equal footing as they move forward and beyond divorce. So, no, the courts at the end of the day and the laws behind them are an attempt to give both sides an equal experience. And so he came.
Courts are biased against men. Alimony, child support, asset division. Men get the short end of the stick every damn time. The system's stacked to make sure men lose no matter how much they fought to keep their family together. But let's keep pretending it's all about fairness and equality.
Came home and he was like, babe, I lost my job. I'm like, all right, cool. So a month later, like the bills, it was time for the bills or whatever, and I'm like, the bills due, babe, or whatever. And he was like, okay, I'm not working. And I'm just, in a month, like, it's all kind of hustles. You could have been doing something or whatever. So I told him, I said, look, if I pay these bills, are you going to pay me the money back? This man had the nerve to tell me, why should I pay my wife back for paying our bills? I told this man from day one, my money is my money and his money is our money. Why should I spend my money paying the bills? Like, no, he should have paid me back. So that's when I decided, like, I can't be with this man no more. So I had texted his homeboy. Like, we all cool. I texted his homeboy or whatever. We went together. We left. I met up with him. And we was chilling, we was drinking or whatever. And I started venting. I started getting emotional. One thing led to the next. I did not purposely mean to do what I did with his friend. But things happen. Like, y'all understand what I'm going through. So, his friend ended up giving me some money or whatever. And he was like, babe, look, don't worry about it. Handle whatever you got to handle. Like, his friend was every single thing I desire in a man. Like, everything I desire in a man. And, ain't nobody trying to hear my side. Ain't nobody trying to hear.
Nobody gives a shit about her side, honestly. Because she really said, my money is my money and his money is our money. I mean, how do you even argue with that level of entitlement? I mean, when a guy loses his job and she's out there with his friend, I mean, that's loyalty for you. This is the perfect example of how modern relationships work. Selfishness wrapped in a bow, you owe me. Women want all the benefits of marriage without any of the responsibilities. And when things go south, they're quick to jump ship right into somebody else's arms, right into their bedroom. Big shocker. Today's video definitely painted a perfect picture of why modern relationships is just a dumpster fire. Women file most divorces, men sacrifice themselves into early graves, and the courts are rigged against anyone with a Y chromosome. If you're a guy thinking about marriage today in the West, you might as well just start shopping for a good lawyer, because statistically speaking, you're going to need one and you're going to get screwed royally. So the solution is don't marry in the West. Get your blue book and go overseas if you're looking for a wife. Otherwise, I would wait until the laws change. Stop simping, start protecting your assets, and for the love of all that's holy, understand the system before you jump in. Marriage today is a bad bet for men, and until society starts valuing men's contributions and commitment equally, stay single, stay free, and invest in yourself. Anyways, guys, end of the video here. If you like what you've seen today, hit that like button, share, subscribe, drop a comment down below what you guys think. If you probably noticed the last couple of videos, I'm wearing the same shirt. I'm stacking up some videos because I'm currently traveling right now over the pond to you guys. I'll tell more when I get over there. Anyways, catch you guys later. Peace.